Welcome, guys, to my channel. Yeah, thank you very much for actually joining us today. And today we have some very interesting news here, which was broadcast on the 8th of February, which I think that is really very important. And seeing the way the world is going today, I think we should really abort it. You see, in economics, it's always those who are strong economically that can build up strong militaries and they overcome the world. And they have more to say than others. And thus, we are living in the time where the United States is very great and very strong than any other nation. But as well, it's on the declining sect or that declining point, so it also causes a lot of hazard to the world. But anyway, we're going to see this North Stream pipeline. Highly skilled deep water divers for decades who, once assigned to American military unit worldwide, are capable of technical diving to the good using C4 explosives to clear labors and beaches of debris and unexploded ordnances, as well as a bird like blowing up the foreign oil rigs, fooling intakes valves for undersea power plants, destroying locks and crucial shipping canals. The Panama City Center, which boasts the second largest indoor pool in America, was the perfect place to recruit the best and most taciturn graduate of the diving school who successfully did last summer what they had been authorized to do 260 feet under the surface of the Baltic Sea. So as we can see here, actually, we see that America recruited one of the most, most advanced divers. And these divers have been at a really good school, which has been hidden for many years. So last June, the Navy divers operating under the cover of the widely publicized midsummer NATO exercise known as Baltops 22 planted the remotely triggered explosives that 3 months later destroyed 3 of the 4 Nord Stream pipeline, according to a source with direct knowledge of the operational planning. 2 of the pipeline, which were known collectively as Nord Stream 1, had been providing Germany and much of the Western Europe with cheap Russian gas, natural gas, for more than a decade. A second pair of the pipeline, called Nord Stream 2, had been built but were not yet operational. Now, with the Russian troops massing on the Ukrainian border, on the bloodiest war in Europe since 1945 looming, President Joseph Biden saw the pipeline as a vehicle for Vladimir Putin to weaponize natural gas for his political and territorial ambitions. So how America took out the Nord Stream pipeline. The New York Times called it a mystery, but the United States executed a covert sea operation that was kept secret until now. The U.S. Navy's Diving and Salvage Center can be found in a location as obscure as its name, down what was once a country lane in a rural Panama City and now booming resort city in the southwestern Pando of Florida, 70 miles south of the Alabama border. The center's complex is a nondescript as its
Reuters, Andrea, you got the first question.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, Chancellor Schultz. Mr. President, I have wanted to ask you about this Nord Stream project that you've long opposed. You didn't mention...
Now, this is just the beginning of war of Ukraine before it started. And America here is actually planning to destroy the Nord Stream Pipeline 1 and the Nord Stream Pipeline 2. And here they have been in the plan making of how they're going to do it according to the revelation of Seymour, the American journalist who has been theologist. But now we can go back and try to trace the actual facts of how it was happening, how America wanted to cripple the Russian economy, how it's really crippling the world economy, and it has backfired. So now these are the questions which are being asked by journalists on terms of what America is gonna do in terms of punishing out Russia. So let's listen to this and then we come back to the comments.
Mention it just now by name, nor did Chancellor Scholz. Did you receive assurances from Chancellor Scholz today that Germany will in fact pull the plug on this project if Russia invades Ukraine? And did you discuss what the definition of invasion could be? And then Chancellor Scholz, wenn ich Sie fragen darf,
if I may ask you, Chancellor Scholz, you said there was some strategic ambiguity that was needed in terms of sanctions. I just wanted to know whether the sanctions you are envisaging and the EU is working on, and the US as well, are already finished, finalized, or is there still work ongoing? And
also, dass Sie das nicht sagen wollen, was genau da drin ist.
You're not really saying what the details are. Is that just an excuse for Germany maybe to not support the SWIFT measures?
Let me answer the first question first. If Russia invades, that means tanks or troops crossing the border of Ukraine again. Then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
How will you do that?
Do you realize how really concerned the journalist is? How will you do that? How will you end the Nord Stream pipeline? How will you do it? That's the question.
Exactly. Since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control.
We will, I promise you, we'll be able to do it.
Thank you very much for your question. I want to be absolutely clear. We have intensively prepared everything to be ready with the necessary sanctions if there is a military aggression against Ukraine. And this is necessary. It is necessary that we do.
Now, I think that Chancellor here does not really know a lot of information about what the Americans have prepared. Hence, he's mentioning sanctions. So the Americans are not mentioning sanctions because he's saying we will do it. We will make it come to an end. How do you make something come to an end? You destroy it. But he is applying sanctions. Sanctions does not destroy the pipeline. It can stop because the pipeline was not even working or was not really carrying gas to the other side because the pipeline was closed. But the Americans are talking about bringing to an end a pipeline. So we see there is two different interpretations of what would be applied as measures of what is going to be applied. Let's finish it up.
In advance so that Russia can clearly understand that these are far-reaching, severe measures. It is part of this process that we do not spell out everything in public because Russia could understand that there might be even more to come. And at the same time, it is very clear we are well prepared with far-reaching measures. We will take these measures together with our allies, with our partners, with the US, and we will take all necessary steps. You can be sure that there won't be any measures in which we have a differing approach. We will act together, jointly.
This is a good idea to say to our American friends, we will be united, we will act together, and we will take all the necessary steps, and all the necessary steps will be done by all of us together.
Today to turning off and pulling the plug on Nord Stream 2? You didn't mention it, you haven't mentioned it.
As I already said, we are acting together, we are absolutely united, and we will not taking different steps, we will do the same steps, and they will be very, very hard.
As you can see, the hardship has really caught up with us and people are suffering, and the economy is really doing very bad. But Simo has been really a journalist who should be applauded for the work that he has done, for the research that he has done. If you did like this video, please give us a thumb up, subscribe to the channel and be part of it, and share mostly with all the people. This is Fruitful Investment Strategies. My name is Kalambai, and see you on the next one.